Oh, it looks like that the Camille is an answer to the Aatrox, but it is in fact going to go into the mid lane. This is something NukeTech actually played in week 1 of the LEC, but usually they primarily played it with a Sejuani, and they believe that that 2v2 is what makes the pick strong. But something that they also value is that the ultimate combined with Sona actually synergizes very well, and I think that it gives you a very powerful mid-game spike.
And Rek'Sai is extremely good at getting a Camille going early. Camille mid likes to go for short trades.
Yes.
So you always want to utilize the passive shield for Camille, just get your little bit of burst damage in. But the real threat comes from when your jungler is able to arrive. Flash Rek'Sai, Camille hookshot means that is guaranteed engaged. And with the changes to Aatrox, you don't get a reset with your ultimate unless you get the kill. So it's definitely a viable target to go all in on.
General sense, Vidius, how do these two compositions interact? Where is each team looking for their advantage, and who wins early versus late?
Well, I think Sona Tahm Kench is surprisingly strong, but against the Sivir bot lane and Karma as well, you're going to lose priority. So I think Cloud9 have the advantage there. Up towards top side, Nico versus Cannon,
yes.
Depending on which build you choose to do, I think can also vary the matchup.
Okay.
But I think it's possible for Origen to get the advantage there. I think the biggest variability will be in this mid 2 versus 2. How aggressively will Origen look to play through this lane versus what will Cloud9 try to do in terms of answer?
With that, the teams have loaded onto the Rift, so we're going to toss it out to the casters for the call.
Thank you very much, Dash. We are here to witness Origen versus Cloud9 here in day 2 of Rift Rivals 2019. And we've got a role swap. Niski with the Sivir is going to be playing bot lane as Blabber fills in and takes over mid.
Yeah, we thought Blabber was playing AD carry, subbing in as a traditional jungler. Instead, it will be mid lane on the Aatrox up against the Camille. So getting counter-picked in that matchup, although he is running the Ignite, so a little bit extra trading power for these 2v2 mids, which I think is going to be super important. Because when Origen played this Camille mid, it's not about beating you in lane or going for the 1v1 usually. It's all about controlling the river and having the superior 2 versus 2.
Well, we're going to hear a word from Cloud9's coach himself. Riv, take it away.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. I am joined by Reaper. Reaper, victory on the horizon. How's the team feeling? You looked all smiles on the stage.
It's been fun to drafting with the Blabber. And, you know, if we don't know what we are doing, how they know we are doing, you know? That was a strat, yeah.
Absolutely. And what was the strategy to actually have Niski on Sivir? Did Blabber not have enough time on the ADs, or is he just preferring that bot lane?
No, not really. We just drafting whatever looking good. And who wanna play Sivir here? Maybe me. that was that happens.
All right, Reaper. Good luck in the matchup, and we're gonna throw it back to you guys to see how it goes.
Yeah, I will say, I think it's actually pretty reasonable putting Niski on Sivir. I feel like the play style is something that he can kind of get to, and Blabber's on a champion he normally plays in the jungle in Aatrox.
Yeah, C9 are basically G2. Who wants to play this champion? You go whatever role you want.
Yeah. This one more out of necessity than opportunity, but it is what it is, and who knows? Maybe we'll see Cloud9 with a winning bot lane for the first time in several years, and it might look good for them.
Oh no, Freak. How are you gonna do him like that? He can't even defend himself.
I actually super love Sneaky too. I think he's an amazing player, but I had to make the joke.
Oh.
All right, well, it's trading in the bottom lane. Yeah, Sona Tahm Kench versus Sivir Karma. I do expect Sivir Karma to be winning this overall. You can pretty reliably spell shield Sona Q and get mana back for that. Keep pushing into the turret. Really good damage here. I mean, Patrick is getting clapped early on, but keep in mind, has a mana pool, can get that sustained back
Exactly.
up.
In lanes like this, it is never about your HP bar, it's strictly about the mana. So while yes, Niski got a lot of good trade down on towards Patrick, Patrick can sustain on through, and Niski's going to be relatively low on that mana pool, so we'll have to wait before he can throw out too many more of those boomerangs. Svenskeren hitting that early level 3 and coming bot immediately, actually.
Well, they're not going to get him because they're too close to the turret, but a nice empowered Q is going to get damage on a Patrick, putting him quite low. Niski almost stunned up. Mithy pushed away, though, and we can kind of continue to track the farm. Keep in mind, Sivir is essentially CS against Tahm Kench right now, so 18-9 is that scoreline.
Gotta do that mental flip on the scoreboard, like 2 times right there.
Yeah, it'll
Tahm
flip a bit
Kench
later.
Making the most. But you can see Origen, while they are losing pressure on bottom lane, both top and mid going very well. And because Svenskeren showed himself all the way down bottom in that river, gives room for Cole to steal away these Raptors. He still has the Scuttle Crab and 2 camps on his top side as well. He is quite a little bit far ahead of Svenskeren in this early game.
And Nuke Duck placing himself well, doesn't take any sweet spots in from Blabber, sidesteps the W backwards as well, and that's a decent trade. Farm, though, pretty close to equal, as we do have the players now swapped. You can see the matchups there, as mid lane first round is pretty close. Svenskeren seeing, do I have a gank path just yet? Early TV Patrick does have Frostwing, though. That's the important power spike to get to. Got that item, so now he's safe to lane.
Looks like Niski gonna go back and teleport in as well, top of his own mana pool. Now, this mid lane matchup is going to swing basically just depending on the jungle pressure and whose jungler is nearest, because it is very risky, especially for a champion like Camille, to trade forward with her hook shot. It's a relatively long cooldown in the early game.
Good damage there, and I absolutely love Niski rushed Executioner's Calling first back. That is the earliest Executioner I have literally ever seen in pro play against double healer. I love it. I think it's going to be very, very effective. It will help the trades a lot. Keep in mind that this is a very poke-heavy lane. I don't think you always do. I laugh at funny things. Funny, stupid jokes, not just stupid jokes. Wow, you can't just say things like that.
I'm an analyst, of course I can.
You're wrong a lot. Well, I guess that's how that one goes. Either way, some more poke coming across as, wow, the healing is halved because of grievous wounds. Executioner's Calling. I love it. Everyone loves it. And we are back onto the Rift here with a pretty actually meaningful gold lead early on for OG.
Checking out the gold across the board, it does look even currently between the Tahm Kench, looking maybe 300 gold down up against that Sivir. Actually ahead in gold over Blabber's Aatrox in the mid lane. Not necessarily what you want to see, but of course Blabber subbing into that position. Not in the best of spots.
And a fairly rich Tahm Kench feels pretty solid as Nuke Duck does jump away, and this time around Blabber is feeling quite comfortable here in this mid lane, temporarily down in CS, but that is because he took a recall and walked back in.
You can see as soon as he starts making that aggressive play, Svenskeren was waiting near that middle lane, ready to back him up in that fight. All of C9 actually trying to take some control around this river and limit Nuke Duck's ability to move around the map, because the big number to look out for is level 6 for Nuke Duck. Once you get that ultimate, it becomes so easy to tag team with the Rek'Sai and look to find picks onto the enemy jungler if he oversteps the river.
And speaking of players, actually, it looks to me like Licorice is going for an attack damage, or at least on hit focused build on the cannon. Early item was the Negatron, or sorry, No Magic Mantle, and I feel like it's actually likely to be a Wit's End early, just based on the sort of things I'm seeing in his build.
Yeah, I mean, it would really surprise me to see that, considering he's going for the phase rush. He could also just easily opt into the Merc Treads up against the Nico and reduce some of that crowd control, but we'll keep our eyes on it for sure.
Yeah, definitely. It's not as common. It is about 80% AP cannon in games overall, but wait to see what happens. This keep pushing and gets exhausted, though. Could be taking a lot of damage there. The knock over the wall. Cold wants in and grabs first blood. Beautiful stuff right there. Niski forced to run. Not going to find the sun into him. Finds not even any damage as Devour comes through on towards Patrick. Gets a spell shield out, and now it's Svenskeren's turn. Blabber coming around as well. Not going to land the Q knockup. Looks for the EQ flash to get that one, but isn't enough damage. Svenskeren's going to try. Mithy is low, puts in the gray health, and the damage might just be there. Patrick, one more spell. Knocked up to buy the time. The flash. There goes Blabber. He needs one more. That's a second. He'll revive. Not going to find the knock up there, but that might just be the revive. Force out of Blabber. He will walk away cleanly as C9 answer 2 kills.
Beautiful counter gank there by Cloud9. The double jungle gank in the bottom lane. OG tried to TP in.
A little early on the Q there. Mithy is on front. Not going to find any knockups just yet, though. They're going to try, though. He's going to be pulled right back in. Mithy, I've seen that TP before back on TSM. And he might just drop yet again. Big damage, though. He might pick it up. Svenskeren will go down. And Mithy, will he walk away? He actually does. You got to be kidding. The flash Q not going to land either. And would you believe it? What a teleport from Mithy.
Now here comes Nuke Duck. He's ready for the fight. Level 6, he goes on Niski.
Flash finds a stun. Q's going to kill Niski. And now the chase down. They're going to try for a little bit more. Cold on a killing spree. What a setup. Mithy had it all along. Big brain plays.
I thought Mithy had lost his mind with that teleport. He comes on in, but he survives for so long using gray health, dodging away from the boomerangs on towards Niski, and it's OG that end up coming up on top in a fight that never should have gone their way.
That was insane. It was a 2-for-1 to start C9's favor, then 3 in a row for Origen in the back half.
How do we even break this down? Because it starts off really nice play there from Cold, coming in from the Fog 4. They get that initial kill, but look how low Patrick is. C9 were making the move down. Blabber had started the rotation very early on, so even though Mithy is able to keep Patrick alive for a little while, C9 have the HP advantage. And once Blabber assists in getting this first kill on towards Mithy, he has the ultimate to go ahead and charge for it, to dive under the tower, knock down Patrick, and get that reset on the health.
But then I think what you really see on the second half of this one is the big brain play from Mithy as he sets up for the fight for the LEC as, okay, it's never seen him to walk around, and we don't get the back half. Instead, we get the point of view play.
All right, he jukes one Aatrox Q, then gets sucked back. No, he dodges everything. He flashes away from the jolt back. He, of course, gets the Devour on towards the Jarvan as well. And look how he escapes here, too. Auto attack after auto attack hit him. Dodges last second, almost walking into the Boomerang Blade, and then Nuke ducks back.
Beautiful stuff right there, and now we're back onto the Rift, though, as a fight towards Mithy trying to safeguard this Sona, but certainly not. Patrick will fall. Svenskeren grabs the first kill, and now Mithy, flashless, has to try to run away. Slowed down, Knockup is there, and that's a kill in for Niski's Sivir.
Svenskeren just repeat ganks down in that bottom lane, knowing all the summoner spells are down. Now, Blabber, he knows Cold is here.
Ults for some move speed, finds a little bit of damage, will not die for this one, but goes back in to get knocked up. He's gonna get taken so much damage, and they have the follow through Cold on a rampage.
Don't know about that one from Blabber. He saw Cold the entire time, still got out, then turned around one more time. So big mistake coming out of him, but the rest of C9 get plenty of gold off of this tower bot side.
It still puts it about a 2,000 gold difference that the extra farm and kills are doing well for Origen. The second turret plate in the top side about to fall.
The top lane difference looking absolutely massive too, both in CS as well as those plates. It's going to be about a 600 gold advantage for Alphari. They're not going to dive because Cold does not have his ultimate to reset that turret aggro, but big wins on the top side of the map for Origen without any kills.
Unfortunate, another pause right there. We'll see what that
Skirmishes.
is.
Yeah, I'm excited to get back into the game. I heard they are ready.
That's what I was hearing too, so if I get the go-ahead, yes, as we load back onto the Rift, we're tossing it over to Freak for the call.
Thank you very much. Ender still joining me as well. Can't forget him. He's probably the most important part of this duo as Rift Herald is being taken by Origen. Will not be a tower dive, but simply in a neutral objective picked up as we sit still on this 2,000 gold lead.
Probably. I'd say definitely. Personally,
Yeah, you're right. It's all you.
you know it. You know it.
I do. That's why
I was
said it.
actually looking at during this this pause. I was looking at OG, and they had actually brought Mithy up towards that top lane. They didn't end up going for the dive, which I thought maybe was going to happen. But now, after helping secure the Herald, he has reset, is going down bottom lane along with 4 members of Cloud9. OG actually making him play mid lane themselves.
Yeah, pushing up towards the top side to look for the Aatrox, who they thought might have been on the roam down as well. He might have been in fog. I didn't quite see, but regardless, it is going to be bot lane outer turret falling. The substantial pressure down there does get first turret gold over, plus all the plays to C9.
Yeah, and OG bring the Herald down mid lane too. So they lose first tower, but they should get a big chunk on mid lane. Unlikely they can actually finish this off because the rest of C9 is en route. But OG may be setting a trap themselves.
Not going to land the Praise Seeker just yet, but they are still sitting around on both sides. There's a stun for Nuke Duck, looking for lots of damage as they're going to pick C9 apart. 2 kills. It's going to be a third before long. Svenskeren, no way out. A double for Nuke Duck. Beautiful.
Beautiful setup there from Nuke Duck, waiting on the flank there while Blabber was forced up towards the top half of the map. C9 were stuck in a 3v4 situation, getting collapsed on from both sides. There was just no way out.
Looking at the stun towards Mithy, though. Almost gets devoured, but Blabber able to walk away in time after landing that third Q. Takes some poke from Patrick, but out they go. Herald was killed, claimed some plates.
Yes, this is really interesting here from Cloud9. They're stuck on this side of the jungle. If we actually look at the map, we try to get a little bit closer here. We see there's a big play going on in, and then we uncover that the real root of this replay is just the simple truth that EU is greater than NA.
There it is. Yep, that's science. That's a colorcaster right there.
Yep, solved. That's really all we have to break down in the rest of this game. EU greater than NA.
I have no response to that.
Yeah. At least you won one game earlier.
We did. The show match.
The show match.
And now the turret's under fire once again as Patrick is back in a mid lane, laning against Zeyzal. And getting damage onto this turret, earning some extra gold as that goes around. But now a play in for C9. They found the root. Do they have the rest of the squad in range, though? Niski, no ult to commit. They're not going to get anything on Mithy. Out he goes.
Both flashes up on the bottom lane from Origen. And Cold sitting inside the Cloud9 jungle. He's so fed right now. He could one-shot and Sven.
No, he couldn't.
I mean,
He
could.
solo kill him, but he wouldn't one-shot.
He could, okay. One shot may be a little extreme.
Cinderhulk Ninja Tabby, reasonably durable.
But true damage coming in from Cold's right side. The Hail of Blades, the ultimate execute damage. Ooh,
Those
he
beautiful
hurts.
as well. Cold
But he's squishy.
into the river. He's fine. He's got a Ruby Crystal, and no big deal out there. Gets a ward down on C9's side, and they know some of their own side of the map is now Blabber. Having a hard time against Alphari. Okay, ult comes in, but I don't know if he's gonna be able to win the siege at all. Just pushed right back out, pops the ulti, gets the move speed, runs away. Mid lane now being cleared out by C9.
Yeah, it's a preview of the future of the side lanes for Cloud9. Both Aatrox and Kennen going to be struggling significantly in their respective sides. If anything, right now, Licorice is feeling a little bit better about himself because there's no Tiamat coming through from Nuke Duck, so a little bit less wave control. But even then, still, we're seeing the push going in Origen's favor and doing very well on turret damage as we get close to the 14-minute mark.
Importantly, Essence Reaver money is now available for Niski, so whenever he backs, he can pick the item up. Indeed, there it is. Cool, we made it. He TP'd back to lane, no problems there. Turret plates fall in the various side lanes, and we still have this 4,000 gold difference. But Blabber, jungler that he is, roaming to the top side, hoping to help Licorice.
This could be trouble. Licorice setting the bait at the moment, using his E aggressively, trying to force the all-in here. And Blabber's actually walking all the way around, so Nuke Duck all the way... where is he? He's inside the bushes, but he hasn't shown.
Well, they're going to find some turret damage for now, and Svenskern coming out as well, and he's going to reveal himself on top of this one, so I think it'd be foolish to try to defend. Nuke shows himself. He walked out of the brush. They know he's there. He's going to go for the stun right now. Here's a lot of damage flashing away. Nice pushback. That W was crucial. Blabber pulls him right back out with the Infernal Chains, and that prevents Alfari's ult flash TP from doing anything.
Yeah, really nicely done there on the bind there from Blabber. Now 5 members top lane with C9. They should be able to knock down this turret. Without a wave in mid lane, Origen are going to be slow to respond to the push.
El Dragon will be taken down, so double Mountain Drake for Origen will help them with future turret sieging, but C9 do grab outer top lane. They're gonna go bit of gold back to them, but it was all 5 committed to the top lane right there, so no mid, no bot control. Now an engage towards mid. He does have flash for when he needs it. He's gonna devour, do some decent damage, spits him right back out. Not quite the stun for Nuke Duck, who's now low himself, has to flash away. Mithy now puts the shield up, but in comes Licorice, and the shutdown comes in for Blabber. Mithy gonna be next up, one more skill shot, and they can't quite land it. Just tanky enough as he walks away.
Cloud9 grouping as 5, using their comp as they need to, finding the engage there, getting the kill on towards Nuke Duck. Now they want the tower. They have the ward, they're gonna get out.
Find a lot of damage, the flash Q's not gonna land, but they're still gonna get the assist of the Blabber. No, not in time! He's gonna go down before the revive, and that is a fumbled engage. Root not gonna land a stun towards Alfari. Big crescendo on it too. Niski goes down, Sven's re-engage, won't be enough damage. Cold comes back across, then devoured to safety. Origen out, team fighting Cloud9.
Once again, it's Cloud9 that get the first kill, but then overstay. OG outplay under the tower and continue forward for 3 kills. Big move out of them to maintain gold lead.
Huge pickups there. The gold lead now up to 5,000. It is growing over time, despite the fact that Origen don't have turrets themselves. Their kills and farm are so much better.
And now, you know, everything's starting to stack up. The Sona continuing to scale, getting close to that Seraph's Embrace. See it one more time. Blabber going in on towards Mithy. I do not know about that play. And then the rest of the team is just stuck here. Patrick will end up using the ultimate onto 2 crucial members, both Niski and Licorice. Leads to very easy follow-up from the rest of OG.
He just slowly walked up and crescendoed them. They didn't react to it at all. He's not in time, and down went those 2 members. Back in the side lane, Nuke Duck now playing on this side, does have Triforce done and building slowly towards the next piece of the inventory. Could be Asterix, I guess, early on. I don't think Titanic. Maybe Titanic, but I don't think so.
It would be a late one, certainly coming out from him. Is the
non-Tiamat early Titanic Hydra, probably not the build.
Still though, Origen in a comfortable position here, working on getting Alfari's itemization to come through with the GLP for the engage. Now Blabber caught.
Another 1v1, not finding any sweet spots there. The ult actually immunes Infernal Chains to the backside, so plenty of damage there. Cold now unstoppable, 5, 0, and 7.
Cloud9 need to step up the vision game right now. Origen's way to continue snowballing this game is to play through their side lanes. Because of how strong Rek'Sai is at the moment, he can roam around, try to pick off individual members. You also have the global pressure of the Tahm Kench. They have to be hyper aware of where Origen are on the map at all times. Otherwise, they're gonna keep getting picked and they're gonna keep falling further and further behind. Looks
like a temporary lull right here as the teams reset, push their waves and recall. And Ender, I got a question for you.
I've got an answer.
That's good. If I said Cold making an enemy out of Cloud9, would you understand that pun?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So Cold used to play in the North American LCS as Trashy.
Yep, I remember Trashy. Enemy
Esports.
Yep.
And Enemy weren't very good.
No.
So making an enemy out of Cloud9 is saying you're dumpstering them. They don't look very good by comparison.
Yeah, that's
It's
what I would
very-
call a stretch.
You should stretch every day. The doctors recommend that. Ouch. That's why I do this. Licorice in the battle. Doubles coming across. Svenskar trying to find some damage, but getting stunned instead, and Cold is dominating, making an enemy out of Cloud9.
And you did it anyway, Freak. Why not? Origin, they're gonna get the kill and the red buff and full control over the jungle here. Why are you like this?
I don't know.
Just why?
I just am. 7,000 gold lead. Origin are clapping C9 with their new roster. Niski in the bot lane, not doing too amazing right now. Another dive into the top side. Licorice, goodbye. Alfari, nice stopwatch, buys the space, gets away from the turret, and that's going to be another dead structure. It's going to be 3-2 in turrets here. Origin clapping this game.
C9 tried their best to DDoS Cold, but he's about to go legendary in this game.
Oh. That's why Jensen's not on the team anymore, I guess. He would have done it properly. Okay, that's probably not a good reference. That's maybe a bit too harsh. Either way, we're back onto this one as Niski's gonna get ulted. Whoa!
See you later.
Patrick makes the big play.
Niski just disappeared. Svenskaren's trying to find a fight. He's like, wait a second, where'd my AD carry go?
He's at home sick, really.
That was a joke.
He's got a, okay, got it. That was subtle for me. Well, I guess I explained the joke, so it wasn't too subtle, but I didn't realize you were that clever. Yeah, that's what it is, actually. It's me low-key dissing you, but I think you didn't make the joke on
How are you
purpose.
trying to turn this around on me?
I don't know. You're joking. I'm just
terrible.
I'm just like this. As the wave gets cleared away in Origin, they're gonna knock down this turret without any issue at all. As the items keep stacking up. Seraph and Lichbane already done on Patrick. He is freaking massive right now. 9,000 gold on inventory, second richest member in the game. Didn't even start the game by CSing at all.
That's just gross.
Yeah.
OG also getting their third Mountain Drake, so they can just walk over to the Baron whenever they want. They're not going to take any damage because they have a Sona on their team. They're also just going to instantly disintegrate it.
Some honey fruit picked up as triple Mountain Drake comes in. Yeah, disintegrate is probably a good word for it there. As Svenskaren gets to kill a Gromp. Slowly.
Woo! They're coming back.
86 gold.
He's
That's
rich.
like 1% of the deficit in this game. So, do that 100 more times and they'll catch up. Cold might be rooted, but channeling right over the wall. Nice tunnel. Out he goes. Now on the top side, Licorice got to be careful. Does have flash, does have an ult, puts some damage across. Can't find any damage though. They instead dunk towards Patrick. Stopwatch buys 2.5 seconds. Niski spell shields some damage. Big stun coming in for Alfari, and there are no kills to be had. Patrick stays alive. Svenskaren flashing away, but is there even an escape for him as Cold follows through? Can't get the damage into Patrick. Double kill now for the Nico, and it's just Licorice left alive. The first one engaged upon, just running for his life, but he's slowed down by the GLP.
He cannot run. Mithy flashes forward to apply the taste of
And
blood.
take the kill.
Yeah. He got
Woo!
it. That's a Baron.
Man. Origin, they're gonna get Baron here. They got the ace. 11,000 gold lead. I think they got it. I think they're gonna win this game, Ender.
Now, how do they throw this like G2?
How do they throw this? Well, you play gauntlet style. You just take one person at a time, and you 1v5.
All right, I like it. Do a little prize fight like in the Nexus Blitz.
Yep.
Even then, we see this fight. Licorice, the initial target. It's 5v4 for C9 at the start, but they dive so far onto Patrick, who has his Sonya, that, well, look, Niski gets soloed out by Cold. All the damage had to flash away there, with Licorice leading the fight as well. So the tag team of junglers wanted to go deep. They wanted to find the pick on towards the squishy carry, but they had no follow-up.
Yeah, they don't really have backline damage. Keep in mind, it is full tank Jarvan, so he's not getting all that much done early game, and Sivir largely zoned away as well, so quick pick up there. Mithy grabs the chomp. Yeah, secures it. Nicely done.
And now OG with a 13,000 gold lead. Full control over the map. Interestingly enough, they split up 1-2-2 at the moment, with Cold being off towards that top side of the map. Mithy and Nuke Duck teaming up here because they have the global pressure of that Tahm Kench. Actually, no, that's a Nico. Nico looks like Alfari's the one in the mid lane. Disguised as Tahm Kench.
Yep, and then reveals the disguise and presses GLP, slowing down the squad. Sivir pops ulti.
Cold just split pushing on Rek'Sai. He thinks he's playing in 2014.
Sorry,
with
missed
the
her.
global ult.
Yeah. But now it's a dive into the bot side. Liquor taking a lot of damage there. Gets a stun across, but still stuck in the hexagon. Nuke Duck solo kills him under the turret.
Mithy shows up at the end too. Now Cold in a 1v3 flashes out of the Cataclysm while the rest of his team keeps pushing.
Now split push overall going to be successful then on the Origin side as they grab that kill, and losing a flash hurts a little bit, but I'll take that overall. As now mid's under fire. Bot lane's going to drop now as well, and they're pushing into the base rapidly here as all 6 outer turrets are now gone into the middle inhibitor turret now. 5v4, still 12 seconds on the respawn for the cannon. There's a nice knockup coming across. There's a Civ ulti this time around. Stun's gonna find only Svenskeren. Stone plate on, that makes him very, very tanky. Do they have the damage though? Nuke Duck will not go down. Instead,
Nuke Duck, he just hops in for the 1v3 while the rest of the team gets the kill. C9 tried to make the play before they lost their base, but now this should be 2 inhibitors for Origin.
Niski is slowed, has to get away from everything, just barely survives. Spell shield a little bit late, but doesn't really matter all the same. Gonna go back to the fountain and heal up anyway. Middle inhibitor going to drop. Good wave clear out of the Origin side as Nuke Duck runs into the bot lane as well and opens up the bottom inhibitor now.
Sven spawns in 10 seconds, but there are 0 ultimates ready and available for Cloud9. They have to try to wave clear their best, otherwise it ends here.
Well, they put players where they could, but it's not going to be enough here for Cloud9. The gold deficit simply too large, 16,000 Origin. Making quick work of C9, improving the record for Europe here in Rift Rivals. They chase down for a couple more kills, a little bit more KDA, a couple more turrets, a little bit more gold, triple Mountain Drake, and all across the board with the Sona on Patrick. Still can't find a conventional bot lane in a lane against, but still doing very well all the same as the dive comes in. Cristiano over the top, the flash, the unstoppable assassination as Sona is in combat, killing absolutely everyone. That's Origin chasing up to the fountain. Run for the hills, Cloud9. You are not going to stay here. A 25-minute victory for Origin.
I like this fast Origin Freak. They're playing so well. Cold in particular in this game, absolutely stepping up, finishing 9-0-9 on the rec side. His biggest competition was the lag he was experiencing on stage.
End of the game still with slightly less money than Patrick himself, but otherwise rich on the rec side. Cleaver, Guardian, Angel both completed. 1,500 gold in inventory at the end of it as well. Origin remaining undefeated here at Rift Rivals. They will knock down Cloud9, sadly without their full roster today. But at this point, that is win number 5. That actually guarantees that LEC wins the group stage at Rift Rivals, which means they get counter pick of first team on Saturday's Gauntlet Best of 5.
So now what does EU do for the rest of the day?
Win even more games to make a statement.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
G2 is going to come back with some fire under their belly. I think we're going to see some Tom Kench, Sona Band.